Penda kutambua kuwepo kwake kwa mkuu wa jeshi letu la kitaifa Jenerali Robert Kibochi akiwa pamoja na wakuu wenzake wa vitengo mbalimbali. Welcome, Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya. Karibu sana, Mheshimiwa Rais, so that you can lead us into this joint national mapping projects here at the State House Gardens. His Excellency, the President, now is being received, and thereafter he will proceed to view the exhibition. We remain seated as we watch on the screens.
Good morning, Your Excellency, sir. Welcome to the Nationwide Airborne Geophysical Survey booth. Sir, our mandate was to update information on geology and mineral resource potential of our country towards the realization of the P4 agenda and the Vision 2030. Sir, previously, 3 companies had done geophysical survey in our country. If I may draw your attention, sir, to the legacy geophysics map. Sir, the areas that are colored are areas that survey had been done on. You'll realize, sir, that we have a lot of area in our country that had not been covered. Yes, sir. Now, sir, to deliver on our mandate, our team came up with 22 survey blocks, as indicated in this map. If you look closer, sir, you'll realize that the lines have different directions. That indicates the directions of flight in those particular survey blocks. In total, sir, we had 3.289 million kilometers. To put it in context, this is equivalent to flying around the Earth about 82 times along the equator at an altitude of 80 meters. Sir, to complete this task, we used 6 caravans. It took us a total of 18,630 hours. I'm pleased to inform you, sir, that data acquisition by fixed wing platforms is complete, and the results of the sample products will be showcased by my colleagues. Karibu, Your Excellency.
Hello. Hello. Welcome, Your Excellency, sir. My name is Karen Masila, and I'd like to take you through some of our sample products. In front of you here is a total magnetic intensity map. It's just a map that highlights the magnetic factors of the rocks. And it helps us give different or update our geological database in Kenya, giving different rocks in the country. And our second map here is our ternary map. It's a ratio map between our radioactive elements, potassium, uranium, and thorium. What this map does is it also highlights structures, like you see this long structure here. This is a famous shear zone in Kenya that is associated with gemstones, yes? And on top of that, this type of data highlights our drainage systems. And all these data sets would help us understand not only our geological data, our mineral resources, but also our water potential in Kenya. Yes. A third map here is Kenya sedimentary basins. These are the sedimentary basins we have in Kenya. And I'm proud to tell you, Your Excellency, sir, that the products that we've collected so far in this survey will enable us to update our sedimentary basin boundaries. On top of the geological information that we've mentioned, the water resources in the country, and our mineral resource potential. Yes, yes, yeah. So with that, thank you so much. I'll hand you over to my colleague.
Welcome, Your Excellency, sir. My name is Margaret Njoroge, and I'll take you through a few of the samples that we've produced from the Nationwide Airborne Geophysical Survey. Your Excellency, sir, this map here is a product from the data we have collected. It's a high-resolution terrain data. This data, Your Excellency, forms a basis to be used in the future development of our country. It can be used in mapping road networks, telecommunication layouts, and also zoning out areas prone to landslides. Your Excellency, sir, it is also significant to note that this data is of a high resolution and superior to all existing data sets, as we collected data to as low as 7 meters. Your Excellency, sir, I would like to draw your attention to this map here. It has two images. To your left, sir, is a map showing, to your left, is a map showing geology. This map was done and produced in the 1960s. It shows little information. As you can see, we only have few colors on this map. These are what we call geological units, and they are few. To your right, sir, is the data we have collected and interpreted in this project. We have collected data for the subsurface, and we were able to delineate more units. As you can see, we have different colors. Those are the different units we were able to delineate. As my colleague has told you about boundaries, we were able to delineate boundaries of these rock units as well. Your Excellency, sir, in addition, the combination of all these data sets will form a basis to be used again in the future. Just to mention but a few, for example, in road, pipeline, and railway, we are in a position to advise sectional areas to be avoided if the line passes through unstable grounds, yes, which are prone to sinking. If the line passes along a fault line, if the line is going to pass along an area with radioactive potential, and if the line is also going to pass through a mineral potential area. In conclusion, Your Excellency, sir, with further processing of this data, we will also be able to advise and map out our target mineral potential areas. Thank you, Your Excellency, sir. I would like to hand you over to my next colleague.
Good morning, Your Excellency, sir. My name is Thomas Mchichi, and my colleague is Ahmad Fuad. Welcome to Kenya Online Mining Cadastre. Your Excellency, sir, the mining industry over some time in our country has been dormant. And we needed three things as a country so that we can spur the mining industry. The first thing we needed was the policy. The second thing we needed was the data. And the third thing was the system to complement those two. Your Excellency, sir, the Minister of Mining and Petroleum in 2016 did a policy. Then I'm proud to say, being part of GENAM, that we completed geophysical mapping data. Now, to wrap up all that so that we can spur our mining industry, now this is the system. Your Excellency, sir, this system now will be able now to attract the investors, and as a government, we'll be able now to manage different mining rights. Yes. And with your permission, Your Excellency, sir, allow me just to show you a sneak preview. But the system is in a piloting stage. We are just looking forward for it now to be fully implemented. Yes. Your Excellency, sir, what you are seeing on the screen is where different stakeholders from mining industry will be able now to come and access different services, whereby they can have mineral rights, mineral dealings, and mineral support service. This is where now they will be able to have different permits and licenses to operate in different areas in our country. Your Excellency, sir, as I've mentioned earlier, since now we have completed geophysical mapping data, now we have integrated it with the system. Now even the government is able to know the reserved areas for strategic purposes. And then we have also taken advantage of other products that the JNAB team has developed, and now this data is being served by our data warehouse called KNSDI, that as you're going through, you'll be able now to be taken through. And Your Excellency, sir, thank you very much for visiting Kenya Online Mining Cadastre booth. Let me hand you over to my colleague. Thank you.
My name is Maina Mashari. Thank you some of the benefits and achievements in the mining section has been able to do. Your Excellency, sir, the JNAM team with the mining collect high resolution regional, magnetic, and terrain data that has enabled us to consolidate and secure a national geological database. This database has been used to map out the resource potential, the mineral resources potential of the country. Your Excellency, sir, Kenya now is in a position to conduct informed mineral exploration. Your Excellency, sir, having collected the data and also developed mining cadastre, the mining industry, as sharing industry, is now, they have laid the foundation for those two industries now to be able to take off economically. We have been able to develop local professionals in the field of geoscience, survey pilots, sensor operators, that now Kenya has the local capacity to conduct large-scale geophysical operations. Your Excellency, sir, I must say, been part of Africa's first nationwide airborne geophysics survey. At this junction, welcome you to our next section on land mapping. Thanks.
Your Excellency, sir, welcome to the land mapping section. My name is Ogla Chepkemoi, and Your Excellency, sir, in this section we have 4 presentations. These include the cadastre development. The next one is the public lands. The third, Your Excellency, is the national addressing system. And the final one, Your Excellency, is the National Land Information Management System, that is dubbed the RDSASA. Your Excellency, sir, the Ministry of Lands and Physical Planning, together with JNAM team, they have developed these products. And allow me, Your Excellency, to welcome you to the first presentation. Welcome, sir.
Your Excellency, sir, welcome to Cadastre Development. My name is Peterson Chepkilot, and my colleague is Francis Kandanu. Your Excellency, sir, a cadastre is a parcel-based and up-to-date land information database which contains a record of interest in land. Your Excellency, sir, our cadastre also contains parcel historical data. Your Excellency, sir, may I draw your attention to the banner here. This banner shows an overview of Nairobi cadastre. The Nairobi City County has been subdivided into 241 registration blocks. These blocks has helped in the conversion of land registration numbers from the previous regimes to the now current Land Registration Act, Your Excellency. Your Excellency, sir, some of the benefits of the cadastre includes, for the first time in our nation, we have been able to delineate between public land and private land, Your Excellency. Your Excellency, also, we are in a good position to manage this land record data since they are in digital format, Your Excellency, which can be accessed easily and retrieved, Your Excellency. The cadastre, Your Excellency, guarantees security of data in that these issues of missing plans, missing survey records, and also tampering of survey records is an issue of the past, since it eradicates all this. Your Excellency, through the historical data which the cadastre holds, we are able to eliminate fraudulent land transactions, Your Excellency. Last but not least, Your Excellency, the cadastre acts as a base spatial data for several other systems. Yes, Your Excellency. Your Excellency, sir, may I now welcome my colleague to take you through some of the cadastre products and do a demonstration thereafter.
Your Excellency, the cadastre has resulted into several products. Among them are public land, parcel historical data, and sectional properties. Your Excellency, sir, if I may draw your attention to this banner. On the banner is a representation of the sectional properties and an extract of the same from the cadastre. Your Excellency, the digitization of the sectional properties involved georeferencing of the sectional plans in order for us to link the individual sectional units to their actual ground position. Your Excellency, this has helped the unit owners to be able to be issued with certificates of title for the case of freehold property and certificates of lease for the case of the leasehold property. Your Excellency, this has been done in accordance with the Sectional Properties Act of 2020. Your Excellency, sir, as we conclude, may I draw your attention to the screen where we'll have a quick demonstration of the Nairobi cadastre. Your Excellency, on the screen is the Nairobi cadastre, and we have the 241 blocks of the Nairobi County. Your Excellency, the red line symbolizes the block boundary, and we have the green lines representing the parcel boundaries. Your Excellency, I am happy to inform you that the digitization of the Nairobi County has been completed with over 240,000 parcels in both fixed and general boundaries. Your Excellency, with a click of a button, one is able to access the attributes of a particular parcel. Your Excellency, on our attributes, we've captured both the land reference number and the parcel number. The land reference number is the registration number that was before in the that was used to register parcels in land for the previous registration regimes. The parcel number is the result of the conversion, which aligns with the current registration regime. Your Excellency, in our attributes, we've also captured the acre range, which is the spatial extent of the parcels on the ground, and also we have captured the historical data captured under the original number, and also in our attributes, we are able to capture the transaction that has resulted to the current status of the parcel. Your Excellency, as mentioned, we've also captured the sectional properties. On the screen where we have the orange, sir, that is Nairobi Block 140, Nyayo Estate in Embakasi. Your Excellency, what we have in orange color, that is our sectional property, and Nairobi Block 140 is one of the blocks with the most registered sectional units. Your Excellency, this marks the end of our demonstration. Yes, sir. Your Excellency, yeah, we've captured the unit number, the block number, and also we have the parcel number, which is the parcel where that unit lies. Your Excellency, this marks the end of our demonstration, and the cadastre takes its pride as the backbone of several other projects, as you shall witness in your next presentation. Your Excellency, at this point, I welcome you to public lands, a product of the cadastre. Thank you.
Welcome, sir. This is the public lands booth. My name is Geoffrey Mutai, and my colleague is Grace Wangaredongo. Your Excellency, this booth is a product of both the cadastre and the National Land Information Management System, also known as RDSASA. Your Excellency, these two systems manage to separate public lands from private parcels. The objective of this team, Your Excellency, was to be able to understand the level of encroachment on these particular parcels for purposes of recommending ways of recovery. Yes, sir. Your Excellency, the team has so far been able to delineate all these public parcels and since we are having a problem, Excellency, let me show you from this small screen, Excellency. Sir, from this screen, you will be able to see the parcels in brown. Those are all public parcels. Brown, sir, this one. Yes, sir. So on this one, you are able to see the Nairobi National Park. We have Ngong Forest over here. And we have the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport, Karura Forest, Kenyatta University, the Ruai Sewerage Plant. And there are many others which are smaller because probably they are schools, health centers, but all are captured, Your Excellency. Your Excellency, the team has been able to capture all this, and now we can be able to show the different areas where these parcels are located. Having done this, Your Excellency, the team will show you a brief view of what we have been able to discover. On the green spaces, since we categorize these parcels into three, we have green spaces, transport hubs, and we also have public utilities. But of interest, Your Excellency, is that on the green spaces, we have been able to identify 2,099 parcels, which are domiciled within the public parcels. These parcels, Your Excellency, cover a total area of 4,000 acres. On the transport hubs, that is under airports, railways, reserves, road reserves, and roads, Your Excellency, we have identified 220 parcels. These parcels cover a total area of 983. Your Excellency, having done this, there are recommendations that we gave to the various government stakeholders, and these, I'm happy to report to you that most of them are being implemented. We proposed that cancellation of surveys, irregular surveys within the public parcels. Your Excellency, I'm happy to report that the Ministry of Lands is already undertaking the cancellation of these surveys. And we also proposed placement of restrictions on the registered parcels that are within the public parcels. I'm happy to report to you that this is also ongoing, being undertaken by the Ministry of Lands in conjunction with various state agencies. Your Excellency, we also proposed revocation of these parcels. Your Excellency, the various state agencies are working with the National Land Commission to be able to revoke these parcels. Finally, Your Excellency, we recommended for resurvey of all public lands. I'm happy to report to you that one of the state agencies, that is the Kenya Forest Service, has already begun resurveying its forests within Nairobi. We thank you, Your Excellency, for giving us this chance to protect public land for our future generations. I wish to hand you over to the next booth, sir. Well done. Thank you, sir.
Welcome, Your Excellency, sir, to the National Addressing System of Kenya. My name is Owen Lucho. Your Excellency, sir, National Addressing System is a product of the digital cadastre, and this is a system that assigns unique addresses to each and every parcel of land. So, Your Excellency, in the past, Kenyans have been using landmarks to give directions. We always say next to the M-Pesa shop, after the right turn, next to the green gate. So this is a system that uniquely identifies each and every parcel of land, and with that specific address, it becomes very easy to find those individual properties. Your Excellency, sir, National Addressing System also will form a standard way in which addresses will be assigned and also maintained in Kenya. And because it is connected with the digital cadastre, it means when an update is done for the digital cadastre, the same update is transferred to the addresses and new addresses are generated, and therefore up-to-date addressing system for the country. Your Excellency, sir, now I want to draw your attention to the screen. Here we have the National Addressing System of Kenya portal, and this is a portal that will be accessed by Kenyans. And here I can show and it's number 3, processional way, which is in address will quick is the landmarks to direct people to that specific location. Yes, Your Excellency. So now I'll take you to now a demo of how quickly it will be for us to search for an address and find exactly where that location is. So on this platform, what I'll do is I'll just type a few key address. So for example, 13 Kilimani. So we have 13 Kilimani Road. So when you search for that, this will direct you exactly where that parcel of land is. So I can zoom in further, and we can also change what we call the base map so that we see exactly what property is in that particular location. So I'll click on a new address, and that is where 13 Kilimani Road resides. So Excellency, another application that we can do with National Addressing System is to navigate from one address to another. Do a brief demonstration. And we are moving from one address. For example, if I click on this point here, so that's an address, it will specify that particular parcel of land, which is 4, and it is Nairobi Central Ward. Then if we are to move from that address to our destination, let's say our destination is along Haile Selassie Avenue, 20 Haile Selassie Avenue, addressing system will give us turn-by-turn direction from our start point to the destination, and we have take you to get there, considering the current traffic situation on the ground. Also, Your Excellency, we can change driving modes or mode of transport. So if you are doing a walking distance from point A to B, on the screen. Your Excellency, National Addressing System is going to be a game changer, and it has various benefits, one of which is to unlock the e-commerce, because with this system, we'll be in a position to have goods and services delivered to our doorsteps. And again, when we talk about emergency events, we are not going to give wrong, erroneous turn-by-turn direction. We'll get specific directions from point A to B. So in case of fires, in case of emergency routes or ambulance directions, we'll have to use this system to quickly ensure that we get efficient services. Yeah, so efficient services will be delivered to the people of Kenya. So that is National Addressing System. And now, Your Excellency, I hand you to the next presenter.
Your Excellency, sir, welcome to the Advisasa stand. My name is Sarah Masiva. I'm assisted by my colleague, Miri. Advisasa is a platform that makes use of the products of the cadastre and the National Land System. This is a digital platform which we launched last year on 27th of April for services that are offered by the Ministry of Lands and Physical Planning and the National Lands Commissions to be available on a digital platform. This makes service delivery much more easier and more efficient. Your Excellency, sir, this is a system that allows, as I have mentioned, for services offered by the Ministry and the Commission on a digital platform. Since you launched this product last year, we've had, let me start from the users, 50,713 individual users who have registered on the platform. We've been able to verify their identities through integration with the Integrated Population Registration Service. We've also had 2,796 companies that have registered and are able to transact on this system. This system also is very key on ensuring that professionals are kept accountable, and we verified the identity and the validity of professionals through integrating with their different registration bodies. So this is the Law Society of Kenya, the Institution of Surveyors, and the Physical Planners Registration Board, among others. So up to date, we have 1,383 professionals who are making transactions on Advisasa. Your Excellency, sir, One of the wins of the AdVisasa system is a very robust customer care department. We have a very huge team of agents who work 24/7 to ensure that our users have their issues handled as they are raised. And in that view, we've had, since the launch, we've had 4,771,507 page visits. This means that almost 5 million users have visited the AdVisasa site. So these are people that are aware that AdVisasa is live and have gotten to the site. Out of those, 737,434 have interacted with our customer care team. They have asked their questions and they've been directed appropriately. Your Excellency, sir, in addition to the customer care, we've gone a step further in conjunction with the Ministry of Lands to go to our users and our stakeholders. So we have had upwards of 50 meetings with our users and stakeholders, yes, to ensure that we demystify this system, we train them on how to use it, and ensure that it is serving them and solving their issues. Your Excellency, sir, as has been mentioned, AdVisasa is built to be compliant with the current legislation. That means AdVisasa is built to consume data from the Land Registration Act of 2012. So this has brought to light the need for conversion, and in light of this, we've had 84,033 parcels that have been published for conversion in conjunction with the cadastre team. Out of those ones, more than 64,000 are ready for issuance of block titles and have already begun issuing the block titles on the AdVisasa system. Your Excellency, sir, we have to date 126,639 transactable properties. So this means all these landowners can initiate applications on the system today. Their data has been cleaned and they're ready for transaction. We've had land rent payment, a number of 53,662 users have been able to pay land rent on AdVisasa. We've also processed 32,942 such requests that have been completed on the system. We also have 27,667 list documents that have been printed. So this was created to give room for processes that were caught midway so that they can finish being processed on the system. And these are the lists that have been printed this far. Your Excellency, sir, this is a system that is aimed at making business easier. And we're very confident that at the next time that we are looking at the metrics for ease of doing business, our country will definitely go up when you're looking at land transactions. A process such as the search has been reduced from a process that could take weeks to a process that can now be done within minutes, because it does not require intervention of any ministry official. It's all done online, and you can download your certificate and use it as you would like to. Your Excellency, sir, AdVisasa is a game changer, and we are all happy to have been part of this project. With your kind permission, I would like to hand you over to the next booth for the topographical mapping.
Your Excellency, sir, welcome to the topographical mapping booth. My name is Moses Maina. I'm a geospatial engineer with the Ministry of Lands and also a technical manager with JNAM. For our showcase today, we have 3 aspects of presentation. We have got programs, GIS-based programs, and we also have products that have been based from the GIS systems. Your Excellency, sir, GIS is a game changer. And we would like to report for the first time that we now have one pool of GIS database covering the whole country, through which all ministries, departments, and units can lead from without need for allocation of duplication of resources in data collection. So we are also happy and proud that you believed in us. And for the first time, the young geospatial engineers with their technologies and know-how have been in a position to apply these things to solve the Kenyan solutions. And for our presentation, we have our first presenter who will be taking us through topographical mapping.
Your Excellency, sir, welcome to topographical mapping. My name is Winnie Onyansha, and it is my pleasure to take you through topographical mapping. Your Excellency, sir, topographical mapping refers to the mapping of the Earth's surface and the interactions with human activities. Your Excellency, sir, the process of topographical mapping entails 4 major steps. The first step is collection of high-resolution data. The second step is collection of ground control points that are used to georeference the resolution data. The third step is feature extraction from the high-resolution satellite imagery. And the last step is map design and production. Your Excellency, sir, the objectives of topographical mapping were to update the already existing topographical maps. The second objective was to provide data that will go to the development of the Kenya National Spatial Data Infrastructure. And the last objective was to capture vector data sets that cover the entire country. Your Excellency, sir, just to give you a brief history into topographical mapping, the colonial government had done surveys in Kenya and already mapped some sections of Kenya. These areas that are in a faint color are the sections that were done by the colonial government. Your Excellency, sir, they did maps in 2 major scales. The first scale was 1 to 50,000, where they did 469 maps, an equivalent of 55% of Kenya. And in the second scale, it was 1 to 100,000, and they did 135 maps, an equivalent of 57% of Kenya. Your Excellency, sir, I'm proud to say that the JNAM team met the objectives that we were supposed to meet and went beyond. Your Excellency, sir, the JNAM team was able to update the maps that were already done by the colonial government and did an addition of 441 maps, giving a total of 910 maps in the category of 1 to 50,000. In the second category of 1 to 100,000, the JNAM team was able to update the 135 maps that had previously been done. They did an extra 99 maps, giving a total of 234 maps. Your Excellency, sir, in the third category of 1 to 250,000, represented by the large blocks of red, the JNAM team was able to do 31 maps covering the entire country, including the Ilemi Triangle. Your Excellency, sir, the JNAM team was also able to do a new series of maps called the county maps, which are 47 in total, 1 for every county in Kenya. Your Excellency, sir, the last product of the mapping team was a Kenya route map that shows all the major routes in Kenya. Your Excellency, sir, the benefits of topographical mapping are vast, but to just highlight the important ones, Your Excellency, sir, we were able to update all the maps of Kenya and have a total of 1,175 maps. Your Excellency, sir, we have vector data sets that cover the entire country that can be used in various sectors of the government, such as security, tourism, environment, education, and even in land management. Your Excellency, sir, topographical maps also represent the current ongoing features of the country and show the country as it is. Your Excellency, sir, just to highlight this point, on display we have 2 maps, one for Olenguruoni, done in 1972 by the colonial government, and one done in 2019 by the JNAM team. Your Excellency, sir, I would like to draw your attention to this area shaded in a faint green color. Your Excellency, sir, this area represents the Mau Forest as it was in 1972. Your Excellency, sir, in a period of 47 years, this is what is left of the Mau Forest. Your Excellency, sir, the Mau Forest acreage in 1972 was 273,000 hectares, and it has depleted by 107,000 hectares to 166,000 hectares. This is as of 2019. Your Excellency, sir, this is due to the encroachment and urbanization of the area. The southwestern Mau Forest region of the Mau Forest has suffered the most. Yes, it does not exist anymore. Your Excellency, sir, initially we were using this map to make decisions of an area that now looks like this. Yes. This goes to show the importance of having up-to-date topographical maps in Kenya. Your Excellency, sir, we would like to thank you for giving us this opportunity to show Kenyans what Kenya really looks like in the moment. Without much ado, Your Excellency, sir, allow me to hand you over to the next presenter.
Your Excellency, sir, welcome to the facilities mapping presentation. My name is Hezekiel Dumbi. I'll be taking you through the presentation. Your Excellency, sir, a team of young geospatial professionals drawn from the Joint National Mapping Project in collaboration with the Ministry of Interior, the Ministry of Transport and Infrastructure, the Ministry of ICT and Communication, and the Ministry of Education went to all the 47 counties of Kenya and collected the geospatial locations and the status of 6 main entities. Your Excellency, sir, these 6 main entities are the national government administrative offices, the schools, the health facilities, the police installations, the roads, and the post offices. Your Excellency, sir, all levels of these 6 entities were covered. For instance, Your Excellency, for schools, all schools beginning from the early childhood learning institutions up to the tertiary institutions were covered and photos were taken as well. Your Excellency, sir, the main aim of this project was to enhance the government's capacity to deliver quality services to the citizens. Another aim of this project, Your Excellency, was to enrich the topographical data that was just presented to you by my colleague. Now, Your Excellency, I draw your attention to the screen in front of us, where we have web databases for some of the facilities that were collected by the JNM team. On the first tab is the web database for schools, where you can search for any school and using its name. For example, we have Kakamega School that we are searching from the web database. Once you click and search on it, it will take you to the actual location of Kakamega School. So on the second tab, Your Excellency, we have the web database for the health facilities, and I have one example in Mandera. For Mandera County Beyond Zero, that's Mandera Nursing Home, found in Mandera Town. Your Excellency, the third tab shows the distribution of post offices in the country, in all counties of Kenya. Your Excellency, sir, the fourth tab shows the distribution of Huduma centers in the country. Your Excellency, sir, this project has a lot of the benefits to the economy. Just to highlight, the first benefit is that this project is going to contribute a lot to planning and analysis. I'll give an example for schools. The information collected for schools included the population in the schools, and also we have the proximity of primary schools to secondary schools. And Your Excellency, I'm happy to report that this is going to assist, and the process has started, in the 100% realization of the competency-based curriculum, popularly known as CBC. Your Excellency, sir, the second benefit it will help, of this project is that it will help in effective assets management. And I'll give an example. For the post offices, now with the current locations of the post offices in the entire country, the government can be able to properly use the assets owned by the Postal Corporation of Kenya to bring more development to Kenyans. Your Excellency, sir, the third benefit of this project is that it will help in effective resource mobilization. And I'll give an example for resources to be distributed to schools. All locations and the distribution of those schools in the country will assist a lot as extracted from this facilities mapping. Your Excellency, sir, thank you so much. I'll now hand you over. Yes. Yes, yes, Your Excellency. Yes. Not yet linked, but it can be linked. Yes. Thank you so much. I now hand over to my colleague, Richard, who will take you through forestry mapping.
Your Excellency, sir, welcome to National Forest Resource Assessment Stand. My name is Richard Odhiambo. In this stand, we will be showcasing the work done by Joint National Mapping and Kenya Forest Service. Sir, National Forest Assessment is a mapping exercise that is aimed at assessing the quantitative and qualitative characteristics of tree and forest resources in the country. To do this, sir, we had 3 major objectives. The first one being national tree cover mapping, national forest cover mapping, and national land use land cover mapping. To achieve the said objectives, sir, we used a methodology that utilized the high-resolution satellite images that were provided to us by your government. And sir, we are grateful for that. We also use the GIS and remote sensing softwares to extract the tree covers, forest covers, and the other land cover classes. For quality control, we had a team of Kenya Forest Service officers who ensured that the resultant product meet the standards required for both local and international reporting. Sir, on the findings of this exercise, allow me to draw your attention to my first graph. Sir, as you can see, the constitutional requirement is 10%. Yeah, we have, I'm happy to report that for the first time in this country, we were able to carry out national tree cover assessment, and it stands at 12.13%. That's above the constitutional requirement. We have 10 counties that still fall below that, but we believe with more national tree planting campaigns, we should be able to achieve the 10%. So. Next is the forest cover, sir. On forest cover, sir, the forest cover stands at 8.83%, and this is above the previously reported figure. And this can be attributed to the national tree planting exercises and the crackdown on illegal logging. So as you can see from the graph, we have Nyeri leading, and this is because of the Mount Kenya forest and the Aberdares. We also have the counties of Busia, Migori, and Siaya at the tail end, but this is due to the fact that a huge part of the counties is taken by the lake. Yeah, so whatever they do, that cannot change. So we also did 47, on land use land cover, sir, we did 47 county maps, and these maps will be very critical in spatial planning, both at county and national levels, sir. Sir, allow me now to talk about the benefits of this exercise. So there are numerous benefits as highlighted on the banner. The first being it provides a basis for proper forest resource management and conservation. Yeah, the data from this assessment will highlight potential areas that can be considered during national tree planting campaigns. Yes, local communities living around the forest areas can be guided on how best to utilize the forest resource without interfering with the critical ecosystem. And finally, sir, this assessment will form a basis of future assessments and academic research work, sir. So that's the end of my presentation.
Well done.
And over to the next floor. Thank you, sir.
Your Excellency, my name is Benson Joroge. Welcome to the Integrated Systems section. After the wonderful work that the mapping team has done, the team went overboard and established opportunities to develop systems for government. Teams, while using the special teams, have been developed service delivery. One of a kind of this system is Taifa Pay. These are locally developed government universal payment gateway that offers government payment gateway services through bank, mobile, and card channels. Your Excellency, sir, this system has been active since the year 2020, August, and has transacted over 3 billion transactions worth 3.6 billion Kenya shillings. Your Excellency, this system has integrated to happy customers, that is the Ministry of Lands and the Nairobi County. These institutions have integrated the payment gateway to their systems, and this has greatly improved their service delivery and convenience to their customers. Your Excellency, I'd like to show you a sneak preview of the system. From what you can see on the screen, we have a portal where we are able to see the number of registered customers, the total transaction amount of the day, and the transaction count of the day. We have more customers than I mentioned because we are also doing some tests on some other customers. From this portal, you can be able to see the performance in graphs and also in pie chart. And down here, I can be able to see the performance on the minute by minute as the transactions are flowing in. Your Excellency, you can be able to see the integration you have done. You can see money coming through M-Pesa, Coop Bank, and Equity. And Your Excellency, you can see the first Kenyan to transact was around 1 a.m. Kenyans are really peculiar. Your Excellency, on this portal, you can be able to manage customers, manage our clients, view the transactions, do some analysis, and also download reports. This means the system is very transparent to our customers, and they can be able to access the portal, be able to log in, view the transactions, and be able to run them for their own internal reconciliations. Your Excellency, we are also able to see the transactions as they are streaming in. From the screen there, you can be able to see each and every individual transaction, from where it is coming from, if it's a bank or from M-Pesa, the amount, the client, the person who is paying for that, as well as for that payment, Your Excellency. We can also be able to do more drill down, and on this dashboard, Your Excellency, you can be able to see the total cumulative amount, which is 3.7 billion that has been transacted through this gateway. You can be able to see that on this year, we have been able to transact 1.9 billion. You can be able to see the transaction of the month, of the week, of the day, of the minute, and even of the second, Your Excellency. In addition to that, we are also able to do further and these transactions down. Below here, you can be able to see the transaction types, whether they are coming from the bank and which bank, from M-Pesa. Your Excellency, see the transaction each year, the type of clients, and the type of integrated channels integrated to. Your Excellency, this is secure, very transparent, and it's universal, meaning it's available to all levels of government. Before Taifa Pay, the government used to rely on third parties, some of which are outside this country. With Taifa Pay, the government is able to manage its own digital payment transactions internally. Your Excellency, this is a new dawn to the Republic of Kenya. Your Excellency, with your permission, I'd like to hand over to the next presenter, who is one of my happy customers, Nairobi Revenue Services. Thank you, Your Excellency. Thank you, sir.
Welcome, Your Excellency. Welcome, Your Excellency. My name is Patrick Okello. My colleague is John Jau, and together we'll take you through the Nairobi Revenue System. Nairobi Revenue System is a GIS-based universal county government revenue system that empowers county governments to enhance revenue collection and operation. This system was developed out of a need to have a single revenue system for all county governments that is integrated to other government systems and also leverages on the data that has been developed by the GENAM team. Your Excellency, sir, this system went live in August 2020, and up to date it has transacted over 3 billion Kenya shillings. Your Excellency, for the first time, allow me to report to you that we've mapped a total of 128 business processes for the Nairobi City County, documented, and developed them into this system. Your Excellency, sir, this has brought about corporate clarity in how processes are run at the county, eliminated redundancies, and also brought in efficiency in compliance monitoring and also in employee training. Your Excellency, sir, this system is currently being used jointly by NCCG, the NMS, and KRA for service delivery to the county. Your Excellency, allow me to draw your attention to the screen and demonstrate how this system is functioning. We have a URL, and this is the homepage. When somebody goes to this homepage, which is a citizen, they are able now to interact with our services, and these services are down here, Your Excellency, and we also have the shortcut above here. These services have been mapped in the 128 revenue streams. Sir, these are just revenue streams, but they are a total of 4,566 revenue items that are captured in all the finance acts from 2013 up to date. Your Excellency, sir, allow me to show you how this system has revolutionized how the county operates. First, this system has what we call a customer-centric approach, which gives a very robust way and dynamic of citizen accessing their own account and being able to manage. In this system, we have two types of customers. We have the individual customers and we have the non-individual customers. The individual customers must use their ID numbers, and these IDs have been integrated by APRS. The non-individual customers, which are the corporate, must use the KRA PIN, and this KRA is integrated with the KRA. We've also done integrations with the BRS, among other systems, to be able to validate from the source of truth. Your Excellency, from the dashboard, you can be able to see Mr. Patrick's has an outstanding 3 shillings. This one must be displayed conspicuously so that he can be able to pay this money that he owes the county. Through our Able Taifa Pay, we are able to use various types of channels to be able to make these payments, Your Excellency. And this has brought about convenience, making payment of taxes and levies fun to the system. Your Excellency, from here, somebody can be able to see the transaction history, services that he has applied for, and track all the way. This system is sending notifications via email, via SMS, and that also as reminders that you owe us this much and you need to. For example, in parking, we send you an SMS as an alert that please pay before we do something. Your Excellency, sir, you are able also to see your obligations, and obligations come here in form of your land rate, your business permits, and you are able to download. Allow me to show you a sample single business permit. This is for Kenya Ventures Limited, and this permit, sir, is secure. You can see it has security features, and above all, it has a QR code that can only be scanned by the compliance devices for NRS, not any other compliance device. So that one makes this thing very secure. Sir, this system, for you to be able to make a decision about issues finance, you must have a report. And we are talking of 1,000,001 administrative reports that are in this system and are easily customizable in a way that you feel you want. This is a dashboard showing how much you've been able to transact today. As at now, we are at 3 million, sir. This month, we've done 245 million. This year, we've done 1.6 billion, and cumulatively, we've done 1.17 billion. 3.17 billion, sir. Sir, underneath, we can be able to see how transactions are coming in per hour, and these are revenue streams that have been integrated. So, for decision making, somebody can be able now to filter out which one they want, and they be able to now make that particular decision that they want to do. Sir, this system, as I had mentioned earlier, it has customers, and allow me to show you a brief about the customers. Currently, we have 95,000 customers that have been able to account, of which 74,395 are individual, 20,000 are corporates. The classifications are based on the validations from the source of truth. Non-individual from KRA, individual from IPRS. Your Excellency, sir, when you look at the daily analysis, you can be able now to see each revenue stream, the way they've been able to perform, from each business stream, all the way up to how we are reaching the 1.6 billion. We can be able to filter based on the year that you want and get that specific report, because for you to make a conclusive decision, it depends on that information that you have at that particular point. Sir, I want to conclude by showing the most important part of this system. It's called the forecasting. And we are using the most scientific way of doing the forecast. Sir, we have 2 types of forecast. For us, we are using seasonality, and we also have the value-based. If you look at the color in red, is what is the forecast. If you look at the color in blue, is what we've received. That shows that we are hitting the targets and surpassing those targets. And this is at 75% confidence level. As we continue having more processes being rolled out, sir, this system is going to be the thing of the day. Your Excellency, this system is ready for rollout in all the counties. Thank you, sir. Allow me to hand you over to the next guy.
Your Excellency, sir, my name is David Mudami. I'll be taking you through the Nairobi Planning and Development Management System. The Nairobi Planning and Development Management System, baptized NPDMS, is a GIS-based planning and development control system that enhances service delivery and citizen engagement. Your Excellency, sir, the NPDMS system has taken full advantage of the geospatial data developed by JNOM. It's through those efforts that it has achieved proper city planning, development control, and urban design. In addition to that, the NPDMS platform has improved in revenue collection through its integration with the Taifa Pay system. Additionally, the NPDMS platform has promoted environmental conservation through various checks and balances that prohibit private development on public land public open spaces, parks, and forests. Your Excellency, sir, the NPDMS system has been active since March 2022 and has realized over the relatively short period 150 million Kenya shillings. In the same breath, we processed over 1,000 applications and issued county approvals in the form of PPA2 permits to the tune of 73 permits. Your Excellency, sir, I just want to take you through a sneak preview of the system. So this is the homepage where the professionals are the architects, physical planners, engineers, and the surveyors who will interact with the system. This is after they've engaged with the developers who want to maybe construct a building on their property. So once they do that, they will come to the platform, and from the NPDMS portal, they're able to initiate an application and submit to the county. They do that by first of all entering the ID or the KRA PIN of the developer. And this system is also integrated with NRS. Then after that, the developer is able to get notifications from the account. They also get SMS notifications, email notifications, and they can be able to track the status of the applications from the account. They can be able to see aspects of when, if they have a pending payment, or when the permit will be available, and when will be the first inspection, when they begin constructing after they get the permit. So, and also after they've submitted to NMS for review, it goes through a process for vetting and approvals by the various committees within NMS. And after the approvals, then they can go ahead and construct. And within also the NMS, there is also a dashboard. This is a live dashboard of the applications that exist at the current moment. The top deck shows the various sections within Urban Planning Department, which sits within lands, urban planning, urban renewal, project and housing at the county. As you can see, PIS is the section that deals with planning. They handle applications like land subdivision, land amalgamation, and change of use. So you can see the applications so far that they have received. Development control is the section that deals with applications like building permits, and also renovation and repairs and boundary wall. For building permits, it's a bit more elaborate. As you can see, they have the majority of applications because they are renewals, they are also new applications. There are people who are doing regularization. There are also people who are doing alteration. Maybe somebody wants to add another floor, or they want to extend by building a garage or a balcony. So they do the applications, and they're handled by DC or development control. Then urban design is the section that deals with advertisement. There's two categories: large format are the billboards, the sky signs, the wall wraps, and the LEDs. Then the small signage are like the vehicle branding. So all these applications are being tracked here, and it's an intuitive platform that has drill downs and filters. For instance, if you've clicked on the building permits, you're able to even to track on the middle tier. You can see the application stages. You can be able to see at what level the application is. They're also being tracked at the county. So, Your Excellency, sir, this is just a sneak preview of the system. It's organized into three. We have the developer view, the professional view, and the view at NMS and other key stakeholders who can go to track the applications. Your Excellency, sir, some of the key takeaways of the system is that there are many takeaway key benefits, but the first is that it has integrated the Ministry of Lands through NLIMS. We are able to verify and validate land records. For instance, we can know which LR numbers have been superseded or which LR numbers have been converted. The other key benefit is that it promotes transparency and visibility, since the developer can get information and can also be able to track the status of the applications, and even the professionals. And even the visibility in the NMS, they're able to get, and the county is able to get insights of how they are performing. Then the other key benefit is that it has enabled online application initiation, processing, and issuance of permits. This has been because we've automated all the business processes within the county. We've enhanced them, and we've engineered them. The other key benefit is that it has also enabled integration with the professional accounts management with other bodies like Kenya Institute of Planners. We're able to manage the professionals through the system, like the planners. Your Excellency, sir, the last benefit is that it has enabled comprehensive compliance and enforcement, module within the system. So those are the key benefits, and that's an overview of the NPDMS system. Your Excellency, sir, I would like to invite you to the next presentation on Kenya National Spatial Data Infrastructure. Thank you, sir.
Your Excellency, sir, welcome to the Kenya National Spatial Data Infrastructure. My name is Kenneth Mwangi. Your Excellency, this is the platform that is going to make all the data that has been created by the different teams at JNAM available to other users within public service and also in the general public, and it's available online. Your Excellency, the different teams have documented all the data that they have created and published the data on an online catalog. And the online catalog is available through the KNSGI portal. Your Excellency, this is the catalog that is available online, and within the catalog you are able to browse all the data sets that are available, and you can access more details about the specific data set. Your Excellency, when you click on any specific data set, you're able to interrogate it further. Your Excellency, this is an example of health facilities data that was collected by the facilities mapping team, and you can browse the data set on a live map. You are able to see more details about the specific data set, when it was published, what type of data it is, and also more details on how you can integrate this data into any platform that you are developing. Your Excellency, sir, allow me to show another example of the National Police Service stations. This was mapped for the whole country, and all the different types of police facilities have been mapped and classified. And the data is also available online. It's published in a way that you can interrogate the data. Yes. You can see more details. You can see if there are any restrictions to accessing, sharing, or use of the data. You can see the frequency of maintenance frequency, how long it should be implemented. And you can also get more details about how to integrate this data set into any digital platform you are using. You're also able to see who is the point of contact for this data set. So if you have any question or you want to seek clarification from this portal, you can click this link and you're able to contact the admin. Yes. Your Excellency, the topographical maps, the county maps, the land use maps have also been documented and published on an online catalog as well. All the 810 topographical map at 1 in 50,000, a total of 1,166 maps have been published online. You are able to browse all the data sets. You are able to search if you wanted to search, say, Kisumu, and see what maps are available for Kisumu. You're able to search, and the platform will filter all the data sets that are available for Kisumu. So you can browse and see which data set is of interest to you. Yes. So we can look at this. This is the 1 in 250,000 scale topographical map. So once you click on the link, you're able to see more details about the specific data set. You're able to see the coverage of the data set. You're able to see an overview of the same. There are more details that you can see once you click the link to be able to preview the data set. Your Excellency, sir, there is one map that is already open. This is available online in digital form. There is no more going to Keyword Survey of Kenya to buy a simple topographical map. It's available online for any public institution or private citizen who has interest in viewing the data of our country. Your Excellency, this is a game changer. Public officers are now able to access the data they need to make decisions to implement their mandate. It's available online exactly when you need it. Your Excellency, sir, all this digital data is what powers these systems that you've seen. All the systems have been integrated with the data, and they are now driven by data. The officers are able to see the data through the systems. If they need more information, they are able to come to the catalog and preview more details about the specific data set. Your Excellency, this portal is available for any public institution to publish data. that they need to share with the public or with other public institutions. Your Excellency, this marks the end of our presentation. Thank you. I will hand over to Head of Operations.
Hivi sasa ninawaomba tusimame sote tumkaribishe Mheshimiwa Rais kwenye jukwaa kuu. Welcome Your Excellency. We give him another round of applause as he proceeds to the main dais. May I request that as we take our positions, we remain standing. We take our positions, we remain standing as the Kenya national anthem and the East African anthem shall be played. As we remain standing, we shall begin our session with a word of prayer. The first one will be a Muslim prayer brought to us by Said Omar, and thereafter Christian prayer by Samuel Kanyiri.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Kindly take off your hats for a word of prayer. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الله لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم لا تأخذه سنة ولا نوم له ما في السماوات وما في الأرض من ذا الذي يشفع عنده إلا بإذنه يعلم ما بين أيديهم وما خلفهم ولا يحيطون بشيء من علمه إلا بما شاء وسع كرسيه السماوات والأرض ولا يعوده حفظهما وهو العلي العظيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. Thank you.
Let us pray. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Almighty Father, we thank you for this day and this great nation, Kenya. We praise you for its diversity in people, cultures, traditions, religion, and resources. Father, we thank you for our leadership that has brought change, peace, and tranquility amidst of the challenges of the pandemic and economic strains. Today, we dedicate all leaders across this land, from our President, His Excellency Uhuru Kenyatta, to all leaders of our country, that they may always use their authority which you have given them for the peace, the benefit, honor, and development of our nation. We ask for your wisdom, we ask for your wisdom and will to guide them in all their undertakings as they continue to steer this country forward. We also thank you for the men and women in uniform who sacrifice a lot to secure our borders and maintain law and order in this country. May you continue to protect and guard them as they dispense their duties to the nation. God, we thank you for these young, brilliant, innovative minds who have worked hard to help our great nation achieve its digital milestones under the JNAM umbrella. We are grateful that you accorded us this opportunity to serve our country and serve in this capacity. Further, we are gathered here today to celebrate the journey and achievements of digitalization of different sectors in our country, which are transforming service delivery to Kenyans by bringing efficiency and transparency to government services. It is our prayer that the great initiatives and innovations that are being celebrated will be pillars of the continuous and sustainable growth of our country's economy. We pray for your presence throughout this day, that it may be successful and bring honor to your name. This I pray, believing and trusting in Jesus' holy name.
Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, kindly be seated. Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya, our distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, Your Excellency, allow me at this moment to invite comments by the project representatives, the first one being Laura Akinyi, to make a presentation.
Thank you. Your Excellency, sir, my name is Laura, a member of the Joint National Mapping Development Team. It has been a great honor and privilege for me and the many other youths to have served our nation under the JNAM umbrella in the many projects that have been spearheaded by your able leadership. A number of these projects have been targeted at transforming the land sector. The digitization of land management has been made possible by having a digital cadastre for the first time in the history of Kenya. This digital mapping platform is the backbone holding in place projects such as the RDSASA platform. RDSASA has allowed the different departments within the Ministry of Lands and Physical Planning to seamlessly talk to each other. The result of this is an improved turnover time on transactions. Your Excellency, sir, a majority of the young, vibrant Kenyans who are engaged in these projects were only fresh university graduates when we started out this journey. This created employment among the youth in our country, and we are grateful, Your Excellency, truly grateful to have benefited from it. We acknowledge with great gratitude the holistic growth gained along the journey. Given the multi-agency approach applied in these projects, we have helped to cultivate important life skills that have helped us to flourish in the workplace. Due to the sensitive nature of the data and information handled in our line of work, it has been compounded in us to be trustworthy and accountable in all our dealings. In addition to being given a chance to apply our professional skill sets, the interdisciplinary concept of these projects has given us room for growth beyond the scope of our educational backgrounds. We have integrated technical and soft skills such as system development, stakeholder engagement, data analysis, customer service, and leadership. Your Excellency, sir, working in these projects is a pool of dazzling individuals who are the top tier of their professional fields. It has been amazing working with these brilliant thinkers, and we have gained such unquantifiable social capital. If we were to measure our net worth by our network, we would say that we are at an excellent standing. This opportunity has given us ample room to challenge the limits of our minds and innovate 21st century solutions for our country. We have witnessed and been part of the great and transformative shift in the different sectors in our economy. It is our hope that such opportunities to keep impacting the future generations will continue to be made available in the years to come. Thank you, Your Excellency, for having walked this journey with us. You have held our hands and helped us appreciate the enormity of our contribution to our nation's history. Your words of encouragement your commitment was continuously evident in the words of encouragement that you shared with us. This gave us the zeal and the passion to ensure the achievement of the project's goals. Your Excellency, sir, the digital revolution is indeed a change whose time has come. It has created a change in mindsets and ideologies. It has created an ease to business that could only have been dreamt of. Technology, Your Excellency, is the future, and the future is here. Thank you.
Thank you, Laura. Thank you very much. Your Excellency, the second one will be Ferdinand Masika giving us his testimonial.
Your Excellency, sir, my name is Ferdinand Masika, a member of the Joint National Mapping Project. It is my pleasure, sir, to make the following few remarks. Your Excellency, sir, a few years ago, we embarked on a journey that was unimaginable in our minds at that point in time. It was unimaginable because there were a few existing circumstances that could not be comprehended at that specific time. One of them being that, at that time, it was our first major task to be assigned as new employees in various ministries, departments, private sector, and agencies. Secondly, the knowledge about the scientific know-how that we're going to apply in the implementation of the project was very limited. Thirdly, the opportunity of flying as low as 80 kilometers terrain clearance for most of our pilots was almost unrealistic. Your Excellency, sir, through the leadership of the project management, we were informed that you believe that this has to be done by the Kenyan people. The zeal and passion of the entire multi-agents team was enshrined in our slogan, for Kenyans by Kenyans. Thank you, Your Excellency, for believing and trusting in us. Indeed, we have done it for the Kenyan people. Your Excellency, sir, the multi-agency model worked very well with us, that within a very short time we had achieved a lot. Constant meetings, presentations, sharing of knowledge across all stakeholders was our major backbone towards our success. Your Excellency, sir, we first embarked on our training block for the purposes of testing our acquisition system, ability to perform the expected maneuvers, and ability to carry out quality control and assurance on the acquired data. Your Excellency, sir, in order to hasten the process, the project's management thought it wise to expand the expansion of the project to a second operational base, which I'm happy to inform I was also involved. And at this point, I want to say a big thank you to you, Mr. President, because you spared time amidst your busy schedule and joined us in both bases on ground. Thank you very much for believing us again, sir. Your visits, sir, really energized us and showed us your committed efforts towards this cause. As young professionals in the scientific field, we have acquired skills that have a wide scope of knowledge. These skills have rarely been taught in colleges and universities on this continent. Your Excellency, sir, this team is capable of performing duties not limited to project planning, designing of aircraft navigation files and maps, acquiring data that meets acceptable standards, conducting calibrations and all corrections, perform quality control and assurance, process, interpret, and give final outputs as per client's requirements. Your Excellency, sir, the outputs of this project will go a long way in revising the geology and the geological boundaries of our country, revising the mining sector in terms of mineral exploration, aiding in scientific research, help in bridging the gap of scientific data inadequacy, and opening up new mining frontiers, among others. I cannot, in this limited time, Your Excellency, sir, exhaust all the intricacies and experiences that I've learned within working within the project. Your Excellency, sir, on behalf of my colleagues, we give a sincere gratitude to the government of Kenya, led by you, sir, for giving us this wonderful opportunity. We recognize that we are among the millions of Kenyans who will deliver the same. Finally, Your Excellency, sir, the team has enough experience and capability to execute on any other tasks whenever called upon. Thank you very much, Your Excellency.
Thank you, Masika. Ferdinand, Your Excellency, with that, now it is my pleasure and great honor to invite the Cabinet Secretary for ICT, Honorable Joe Musheru, to take over the program.
Thank you. Your Excellency Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, the President of the Republic of Kenya and Commander-in-Chief of the Kenya Defence Forces, my fellow Cabinet Secretaries, project members, members of the Fourth Estate, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Your Excellency, today I am a grateful man. Grateful to have served under your leadership and grateful to have seen you live for Kenya and in particular the youth of our great country. Your Excellency, these skilled, disciplined, tough young Kenyans are proud citizens to have been given a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to serve their country in ways only a father can trust their child with a family treasure or a family business. And even though I'll be breaking protocol, please also allow me to recognize the DG and CDF for embracing your call to unreservedly to lead and work with these young men and women who today I recognize as heroes, Your Excellency. They have done us proud and delivered to you and the Kenyan people beyond our expectation. These energetic, sleepless young Kenyans have delivered to you and to Kenyans assets that will last lifetimes. And they did so in record time without compromising or complaining. They never squandered their opportunity or let you down. They have demonstrated real skills. Your Excellency, sir, their qualifications are in no doubt. They are valid. What they have delivered and you are launching today, Your Excellency, is nothing short of world class. And these are our world class projects, Your Excellency. They can be proud as Kenyans to know we have conquered and carved out our own space and place in the family of nations. We have demonstrated to ourselves and to the world that it can be done. It is possible to build our own with our own. Inawezekana. Today, Your Excellency, I once again want to thank you for loving this country and for driving a youth agenda and trusting Kenyans wholeheartedly. I thank you for the front row seat, allowing me to see and participate in transformation of our country's DNA. And despite the oppositions that came, you stood firm and you have shown us all it is possible and that it can be done. May I take this opportunity to congratulate these young Kenyans for having successfully completed these tasks. Your Excellency, you have walked this journey with these young people, and as you've heard from them, they are ready and willing to serve Kenyans in developing innovative solutions and to improve service delivery. The kind of innovations that we have seen here today is a clear demonstration that Kenya is a leader when it comes to technology. The digitization of government services, Your Excellency, has placed Kenya on a global map in ease of doing business and access to government services. Your Excellency, the applications that have been developed, which include the Universal Payment Gateway, the Nairobi Revenue Services, the online mining cadastre, amongst others, all of which have done away with a lot of bureaucracy and corruption in government departments, are here to stay. The joint national mapping has built capacity for our youths across various disciplines. These skills will enable them to venture into self-employment and create employment for others. The future is here, Your Excellency. With these few remarks, Your Excellency, may I request all of you to be upstanding? And it is now my humble duty and singular honor to invite you to make your remarks and officially commission these projects, Your Excellency. Welcome.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon, everybody. We are gathered today to celebrate the completion of 8 projects which I believe will change the course of our national development landscape, and projects of which I am most proud of. Indeed, for all of you as stewards entrusted with our natural resources, we have for the very first time in our nation's history painstakingly pieced together an inventory of Kenya's natural resources. So today, it is my distinct honor and pride to lead the nation in unveiling the Airborne Geospatial Survey of the plenty that exists within our borders, as recorded in the National Geological Database, and also inaugurate the 7 other groundbreaking projects. Today's event, I would call a double celebration, as these projects that we are inaugurating are very, very proudly made in Kenya. These having been developed under the Joint National Resource Mapping Team, a team comprising of young Kenyan professionals, some of whom you see in this room today. So to all of you, on behalf of a very grateful nation, I thank the dedicated, very talented sons and daughters of this Republic of Kenya for the achievements that you have made that has turned dreams into a reality. Your efforts have made Kenya the first African country to conduct such an extensive survey without tapping into any foreign expertise. Hongera sana kwenu nyinyi nyote. Pongezi sana. Very proud of you. As some of you will recall, in 2018, we established the JNAM team as a multi-agency project born out of the compelling need to have current, comprehensive geospatial data covering our entire country. The first part of the project, the team has been able to map out a wide range of resources, including base metals, coal, gemstones, geothermal spots, forest cover, water bodies, precious metals and rare earth elements. And with an inventory of what we hold, state actions, as well as investment, can now guide informed and sustainable exploitation of our natural resources, particularly through manufacturing and industrialization, both of which are a key plank of our Vision 2030. This will not only spur economic growth and create more job opportunities for our young people, but it will also bring about transparency. For we know for a very long time, our country has been exploited. We know not what they remove from our land. They tell us they're taking them to foreign labs to test. 90% of what they're taking is materials and wealth that we never see back. Sasa hiyo yote ni history. Mtu akikuja kuchimba kwetu, tunajua ni nini, and we are able to retain the wealth that we have for the development of our country. The output maps have already been an aid to very many ministries, the Ministry of Defense, the Ministry of Education in mapping out schools countrywide. They have helped us remove widespread corruption that used to exist. We now know where the schools are, how many students in each school, are able to give capitation on the basis of facts, not stories by principles. We're also able to identify road reserves, preventing illegal structures that then make it very expensive once road construction begins, because land that had been set aside as road reserve has been grabbed. This helped us map our various electricity meters and transformers, and that has also resulted in many people who had illegal connections or were not paying for electricity, and we have seen an increase also in revenues at Kenya Power and Lighting as a result now of the transparency created by the system and the maps that you have done for us. The Kenya Forestry Service has also benefited out of the mapping of our forest cover, our tree cover, being able to identify encroached areas and take early enough action. The team has also successfully developed a current cadastre for Nairobi County, which has subsequently led to vital identification of public lands, such as green spaces, health facilities, schools, roads, road reserves, airport facilities, and areas earmarked for social amenities, thus helping us secure them from encroachment and grabbing. And overall, with the updated data sets generated as part of this survey, the national and county governments, as well as our private sectors, our learning institutions, and all stakeholders are now better positioned to plan and implement their development programs. So, ladies and gentlemen, the remarkable nature of this survey, I also believe, is further exemplified by the production of our new topographical maps for the whole country, and this done at minimal cost. The fourth limb, which was also eloquently demonstrated in some of the booths that we went around, the team has also developed several online applications. We saw Taifa Pay, which is used to collect government revenues, especially here in Nairobi. And what has this done? It has increased transparency, accountability in government, and also in private dealings. The Nairobi revenue system has also greatly supported the Nairobi Metropolitan Services, the Kenya Revenue Authority, in aligning their revenue collection systems. For the first time, we have a system fully owned by Kenya, and there is no need for all these private systems that are out there that have a back door, nasikia inaitwa mulango ya nyuma, pahali ambapo wengine wako na funguo, sijui hii funguo inafungua namna gani, and stealing half the money. And this now is something that will be a thing of the past. And I really hope and pray that all government institutions, all government bodies, national and county, will use this system and ensure that we secure our resources once again for the development of this land. We've also seen the land management system under Ardhi Sasa. This is something that we launched a few months back. And today we can see that whereas in the past it took almost 6 months to do a single land transaction, this has now been reduced to 48 hours using a system developed by you, developed by Kenyans, and this is something we're very proud of. Similarly, instead of taking 1 to 3 months to do a land search, the system now gives you a land search result in 3 to 5 minutes. This will go a long way towards improving the ease of doing business in our country, making ourselves a that much more attractive destination for business, and thereby creating opportunity for more young people to get decent jobs in our country. It is my hope that this will move to cover all counties to ensure that all records related to land can be accessible by all landowners. To date so far, here in Nairobi, we have managed to fully digitize 232,000 land parcels in Nairobi that have over 32 million documents across 9 registration regimes, with the oldest document dating back to 1905. So today I urge all Kenyans to embrace Ardhi Sasa that has established a very clear, transparent, very affordable and efficient land information management system. We have also seen that you have gone a step further and developed more vibrant applications like the National Addressing System of Kenya, a homegrown door-to-door address and reference system that will vastly improve e-commerce as well as the availability of emergency services across the city of Nairobi. And this, I hope, is something that will be transplanted in all counties of our republic. We have also developed the Kenya National Spatial Data Infrastructure for spatial discovery, elevation applications, within all levels of government, commercial sectors, non-profitable sectors, academia, and citizens in general. But also the online mining cadastre that has been developed to improve mining, dealerships, and right processes will also greatly boost revenue collection within the mining sector and also improve investments in that sector. These are some of the transformations that will be occasioned by the works that you have done, helping us to realize a much better, faster way of not only delivering public services, but of making it easier for people to do business. A decade ago, it was not possible to initiate any government services by digital means. But today, for many government services, these are only a click away. And what does this prove? It proves that if we have trust and confidence in our young people as drivers of the transformation and innovation, we can make Kenya great. I want to thank you all once again for leading this process and showing that indeed it is possible. Today, we show the potential and excellence of our young people, as well as underscoring the need to sustain the momentum of competency-based curriculum and other enablers of greater youth participation in our national way of life. So kwenu nyote, sisi tunasema asante sana. Asante sana. Kwa wote ambao wamehusika, haswa wenzetu wa jeshi na NIS na wale wengine, tunasema asante, kwa sababu kama sio juhudi yenu hatungeweza kufika hapa. Kama tungeendelea na makelele yale mnasikia sisi wanasiasa tunapiga huku, kuna kitu ingefanyika. But as that young man said here, while people were making noise at 50,000 feet, you were cruising at, was it 80 feet? Hapo ndiyo maneno inafanyika. Tuendelee namna hiyo. Yangu ni kuwapongeza, and I am sure that you will continue to put your great efforts, your great capacities into further endeavors that will transform our country, change our country, improve transparency, eliminate corruption, and really make Kenya that much more inclusive and a much happier and better place to do business. Kwa hivyo, kwenu nyote, hongera tena. On behalf of a grateful nation, we say thank you and we wish you every success in your future endeavors. Mungu awabariki. Asanteni sana.
Naomba tusimame wote kwa wimbo wa taifa la Kenya. With that one, we come to the end of this program. Your Excellency, we now welcome you for a photo session. Let us proceed to the photo session area. Tuelekezwe wakati Mheshimiwa Rais anajiunga pamoja nasi upande ule mwingine kwa upigaji wa picha. Karibuni. Tutangulie mbele upande wa kupiga picha. Rais atatukuta kule, tafadhali. Let us proceed to the photo session area. Let us proceed to the photo session